The sheep and the lambs. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, man, what a day. It's not even that warm either, but just, you know, you can see the God rays. Well, hopefully you can, just with this GoPro here, I don't know, but yeah, it's so epic, man, days like today. Alright, guys and gals, so I don't know, I feel like sometimes I get misunderstood by a few people. I see it a lot in the comments where I'll say something and people, certain kinds of people will totally just disregard it, or will totally fight me on it, and you know, we'll say some pretty nasty things just because they don't agree with what I've said. And the thing is, like, okay, fair enough, everyone's entitled to an opinion and that. But the thing that a lot of these people don't seem to understand is that a lot of the things that I'm talking about is to support motorists, it's to support them. You know, you get people who are motorcyclists who watch this channel, or at least watch a video on this channel. This stuff gets pushed to them because they like watching motorcycle related stuff. But they don't understand that the things that I say is for their benefit. Like, you know, because a lot of the well, recently, I mean, as a recent example, we had our live show last week, and we were talking about these camouflage speed cameras now that are supposedly being trialed in Northamptonshire. And I thought it was just daylight robbery. I thought, you know, because, okay, you need some level of enforcement. I don't think anyone will disagree there. I think you need some level of enforcement to kind of stop people from being stupid all the time. Because honestly, you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. I get that, I totally understand that. But as, you know, kind of like, it's supposed to be a deterrent, you know, so it's supposed to remind you to slow down a little bit, to maybe not be so stupid. So traditional speed camera vans, I mean, I have trouble enough seeing those kinds of vans myself to begin with, but then you end up making them grey and hardly visible, then I'm definitely not going to spot them. And my issue with them is the fact that it doesn't affect people that are stupid. It affects everybody, something like that. Because I'm sorry, but anyone who says they don't speed, yes, you have, and you have all the time. You do it all the time, and you probably do it without even knowing. And those are the people that this is going to be targeting. And then, so, you know, we get someone in the chat saying, well, if you don't speed, then you won't get caught, that kind of thing. Or what was it? Yeah, if you don't get caught speeding, then don't speed. And it's like, well, that's not exactly the argument that I'm trying to make, is it? And you know, there's I remember this comment from ages ago, but I can't remember what it was referring to. But I said they said something like, well, laws don't care about your feelings. And I actually responded to that comment because I thought, hang on a sec, but who makes laws, people? Who makes the law? We do. We vote on the law, right? If there's a law that someone creates, we don't like it, well, guess what? We can vote them out. We have control, to some extent, over the laws that our local councillors, that our government do. Yeah, if we don't like it, we can vote someone else in that will change it, you know? There's nothing stopping us from changing certain laws. And so, you know, people don't seem to understand that. They say, no, it's the law. You can't break the law, it's the law. It's like, it's not about breaking the law, is it? It's about, what's the word? Challenging the law. Challenging the morality of a particular law. Yeah? Like, I mean, 20 mile an hour speed zones. I hate 20 mile an hour speed zones. I think they're absolutely stupid, and they're not necessary, and they're totally anti-motorist. A cyclist can cycle faster in a 20 mile an hour road than a car can, than a bike can. Are you kidding me? You know, it's things like that. And then, you know, it's just another stupid thing that for some reason local governments want to try and enforce that just don't make any sense, man. And they're anti-motorist. It's all anti-motorist. It's all anti-us. Anyone that uses a road, you're a motorist. All these things affect you as well as they affect me. And look, guys, a lot of you have seen my videos before. I'm not bombing it everywhere. I'm not being stupid everywhere. And I can't be stupid, because if I am, I won't be concentrating, because I'm talking to you guys. So I can't afford to be stupid. I've got to be calm and collected. I've got to take a lot of time with the maneuvers that I do, with the actions that I take when I'm shooting videos in particular, because I have to, because I'm concentrating more on trying to shoot the video than I am actually on the ride itself. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy, but these things affect me, guys, alright? The thing that I said on the live show recently as well is that the times I've been caught speeding were not times where I was actively trying to speed. I wasn't actively trying. I was just following the road. I wasn't even looking at my speedo, because I wasn't doing 70 and a 30. Yeah. But that's how it seems to get treated all the time. You know, you go 3 miles an hour over the speed limit, and all of a sudden you're a murderer, you're an axe murderer, you're someone who commits genocide. You know, it's portrayed as this really evil thing, and it isn't. It's a perfectly honest mistake. Yeah, okay. A lot of the time we actively speed as well, but only when we know it's a safe place to do it, and we know that we're not going to get caught and all that stuff. You know, we're actively aware when we are going faster than we should, and that's the difference here. But anyway, I mean, I'm talking about that just because that's kind of like what I've got on my mind. But you see it a lot where I'll say something and people don't understand that it's for them, it's for their benefit. If you're a motorcyclist, you like enjoying your motorcycle. Well, do you think that more enforcement is actually necessary? More enforcement than we've already got? No, I don't think it is. And in my opinion as well, everyone should be focusing on what's going on the road, not down here at their speedo. Imagine if I'm looking down here at my speedo all the time. Half the time I wouldn't even know what the hell's in front of me. You know, look, right now, okay? This is a 50 mile an hour road. Look, I'm doing 60 mile an hour. Woo! Big deal, right? It's not... Look, you can do 60 mile an hour down this road all day long. It's not a big deal. Okay? I don't understand it. But look, I've dropped down already. Okay? But back then, if there was a speed camera, even though it wasn't a big deal, guess what? I would have been slapped with a ticket straight away. No questions asked. Not allowed to challenge it. Not allowed to protest it. You went over the speed limit. You know, it's shit like that I do not agree with. Because it's a perfectly honest mistake. It's not like as if I was actively trying to go faster when I didn't need to. Yeah, look, it's an open road, okay? I'm doing less than 50 mile an hour right now because I'm not even thinking about it, and that's my point. Most drivers are concentrating on what they're doing, not on the speed they're doing. They're concentrating on the direction they're going and what's happening around them. And that's what they should be. But no, instead we have to look out for speed camera vans. We have to look out now for speed camera vans that we don't even know are speed camera vans. Oh god, it's just ridiculous, man. But anyway, guys, I mean, the main point in this video is I'm with you guys. Yeah, you might disagree with what I say on certain things, but when it comes to the rights of motorists, the right to just be able to enjoy your motorcycle, for God's sake, the right to be able to enjoy your car. There's nothing wrong with that. But everyone, like all these speed people, think there is something wrong with that. You're not allowed to enjoy your bike. You're not allowed to enjoy your car. What the oh! Yeah. You know what? So we'll just all drive around in Volkswagen Ups. We'll all drive around on 50cc scooters everywhere to satisfy these people. Because they think that going over 20 miles an hour is stupid. What? How? It just doesn't make any sense. So no, I don't encourage people to speed. I don't encourage people to do anything. I do encourage people to enjoy their motorcycles. That's part of my job here. As a minor influencer, my job is to try and get more people involved in riding motorcycles. And guess what? To enjoy your motorcycle, yes, you're probably going to speed every once in a while. It's not a big deal, is it? I have never crashed because of how fast I've been going, ever. I've not even come close to crashing because of how fast I've been going. Yeah, I think this is the same with most people. Oh man, I don't know, guys. I know that a lot of you are going to understand where I'm coming from on this, because yeah, okay, I try seeing loads of arguments from different points of view and things like that. Like I mentioned earlier, that we need enforcement to stop people from being stupid all the time, but there's a balance. There's a balance, there's a fairness, there's a point of fairness. And that's the thing, the problem is that at the moment it's going too far in one direction, where it's becoming unfair for not just enthusiasts, but everyday motorists. You're not gonna get yourself killed doing 55 in a 50, 56 in a 50. You're not gonna get yourself killed doing 80 mile an hour down the motorway, right? Yeah, okay, fine. If you're pushing it to 100 mile an hour, then yeah, fine, okay, there are grounds there to punish someone for doing that, but they're actively doing it. They know they're doing that kind of speed. They know they're being stupid. It's like, if I decide to bomb it down here 100 mile an hour, yeah, that would be stupid. I deserve to be punished for that. That, I think anyone can agree with. But it's, yeah, I don't understand why some people feel like that argument is so unreasonable. Doing 35, 36 in a 30, it's not a big deal. Doing 40 in a 30, more often than not, isn't a big deal. It depends on the road, alright? Like if you're going down some of these housing estates and things like that, then no, I'm not going to be doing 40 mile an hour down there. But this road in a moment goes down to 30. But even though it's a 40, here we go, look, it's a 30 right now coming up, you could easily do 40 miles an hour down this road. Yeah? Roads like these, you can easily do 40 mile an hour. Look, I'm still doing 40. It's not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal. But going down these roads here, these side roads where all the houses are, yes. Take it easy, slow right down. Do the 20 mile an hour, okay? 20 mile an hour down these roads, I think is sensible. Yeah, you got kids and stuff around, perfectly sensible. I think there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Enforcing 20 mile an hour speed limits on areas where there's houses and things like that. Dense areas, densely populated areas. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But on this road, honestly, that's what it's like in Chepstow these days. This road will be a 20 mile an hour road now in Chepstow. How ridiculous is that? That's another thing as well. I'm not exactly running red lights all the time either. To be fair, I think in this country we're quite lenient on red light running, and most people don't do it in this country, but I know it is a problem in other parts of the world. In the United States, man, you see it all the time, people running red lights. It's not something you see so often in the UK, luckily. But still, I mean, that's the thing. In the UK, people generally are decent road users for the most part. Yeah, okay, you're going to have the morons every once in a while that are... Again, they don't know any better. That's the problem with them. They don't know any better, so they just do stupid things because they don't know what else they need to do. I remember one time, this is when me and my wifey were living in a flat together, and there was a lady driving a little car. I think it was like a Vauxhall Corsa or something like that, and she clearly didn't know how a clutch worked, because she was trying to get the car up onto the curb, but she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it just using clutch control like you normally would. So you get yourself up to the curb as close as you can, and you use a little bit of throttle, a little bit of clutch to get yourself over the curb. But no, instead she decides to reverse and then bomb it up onto the curb, just full throttle up onto the curb. And you just think, wow, man, these kinds of people, what? You don't know how to drive, you don't know how to use a clutch. I mean, come on. But unfortunately, these are the kinds of people that you see a lot these days. But for the most part, people are considerate. For the most part, people they don't want to cause any fuss. They don't want to cause any problems. So, you know, it's just things like this, man, they just really wind me up, because for the most part, people in the UK drive quite well, especially when you compare them to like Europe and well, certain places in the United States as well. Yeah, that's what I mean, guys. When there is a need for enforcement, then okay, I kind of understand it, but at least around here anyway, and places that aren't so heavily populated, there's no need to really go over the top. And somewhere like Chepstow, again, is a really remote place. You don't need 20-mile-an-hour limits on the main roads. You don't need them. But anyway, I mean, yeah, just keep this in mind, okay? Anyone who has left a negative comment or a comment that where you don't necessarily agree with what I'm saying or something like that, just remember that in most cases, if not all cases, it's for you guys, okay? I'm raising these points of view, I'm raising these issues for you guys. And no, I as one person can't change any laws or anything like that, but at least I can make people aware of it. And I don't know, maybe one day we will together have the power to make changes so they're fairer for all of us motorists that aren't, you know, all these rules that aren't anti-motorist. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, hit subscribe, ride safe. We'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.